that wasn't just the only drama.
You want more?
That show. No, it was nuts, man.
This is The Stable. Wrestling Podcast's cream of the crop.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Stable, coming to you from Chicago at the Compound. I am joined by the Shy Buffalo, and I am Jose Mora. And today we are going to talk about Crown Jewel, which is coming up next weekend. So
Next Saturday, the 4th.
Big premium live event for WWE.
I'm super excited. It's a stacked card so far. I mean, it panned out to be a pretty high profile. There's not too many Hall of Famers on this.
Yeah, and I think that's the purpose of it, right? Every year they just have an absolutely stacked card, and they try to make it kind of bigger than life.
Their talents, right? And
Absolutely.
kind of when you're going into new markets, you want to bring a lot of familiarity that people can identify with to put people in seats, right?
So what's the card this year?
We still have a Raw and a SmackDown coming up where they could add or subtract, but we have Seth frickin' Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
That'll be an exciting one. They'll put on a good show there. Then we have the Fatal 5-Way Women's World Championship match between Rhea Ripley, Zoey Stark, Nia Jax, your girl Raquel Rodriguez, and Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
Then Roman Reigns against LA Knight. I think that's probably the most anticipated.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's so over right now.
He's the hottest thing going on right now.
This may be the first time I want Roman to lose. I'm not going to lie to you.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a Roman guy since the Shield, and I've always kind of pushed for it.
That would be the biggest title change at the Crown Jewel history.
Now that Vince isn't in complete control of the WWE, maybe there can be some moves that would really elevate the brand that he might not approve of, because there's no way he'd let that title get lost on not U.S. soil, right?
Yeah, that would be absolutely huge.
Yeah, and then we have we have Rey Mysterio defending the U.S. Championship against Logan Paul.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes just in a singles match against Damian Priest. Then they added Solo and John Cena late there onto the card, but that's a little bit of a wild card because I didn't know if we would ever see John Cena there in Saudi again ever since the Greatest Royal Rumble. The last match there was Iyo Sky versus Bianca Belair for the Women's Championship. So, I mean, that's 5 championships.
I mean, one of them's got to change hands.
You think only one?
I mean, at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think one, but we can get into that in a little bit. So, Crown Jewel has been going on for 5 years now.
5 years,
right?
Yep, skipping COVID.
So they signed a contract 6 years ago, but it's been 5 years. And on paper, it's been probably an ideal business decision for both the WWE and Saudi. Right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They are picking up all of the premium live events and kind of all of as much stimulation as they can outside of obviously their oil industry. So I think they're trying to become the hub for entertainment and for anything that's going on.
Money goes where money is. And so this just kind of aligned with the 2030 vision. I mean, now they have the golf league. They have
Ronaldo over there now
as well. Yeah, I mean, Saudi's really doing some big things.
They just had the boxing match last night.
Did you see that stadium? I guess is what you call it. They had Lil Baby performing, and then it opened up. I mean, that was crazy.
Everybody was there, and everybody's now there now on social media. This is the morning after.
It was almost comical, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, like the announcers nonstop were just celebrity row. Vince was there with The Undertaker and Kane. But not the Big Red Machine. He was in Kane, right? Because he's after the surgery there. It's probably, they probably showed up just a week early, to get adapted to the time zone difference. And they had the big event there. So I'm sure there's a lot of logistics.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So there's no way we're having SmackDown here, right? Where's SmackDown? This is
I don't know where SmackDown.
They can't.
But
it has to be over there?
Which we'll talk about in a little bit. This event has had implications on SmackDown in the past.
All right, you have to enlighten me there.
All right, I'll tell you in a little bit. I don't want to get ahead of myself because I have a habit of that. From the jump, this was just the ideal situation because this allows Vince to kind of deviate from the storylines, right? And bring their marquee wrestlers who maybe the novice wrestling fan or the not diehard that would actually tune in to watch the live events, right? So this was kind of a good win-win from a business perspective.
Yes.
I mean, and they delivered. I mean, in 2018, there was, the list goes on. I mean, they had Shinsuke Nakamura, Rusev,
Legend.
Triple H, Undertaker, Kane. They had the Brothers of Destruction versus Degeneration
X. Yep.
That was pretty entertaining, where HBK hit Kane with the Sweet Chin music, right? And
Yes.
Triple H finished it with the pedigree. Randy Orton was there. The Miz was there. Cesaro, Sheamus, all three members of the New Day. I mean, you name it, they were there. Even Hulk Hogan was the host for that event, which was also controversial.
Because he was just coming back into WWE at the time.
Which there was rumors that this deal with Saudi was heavy influence on that.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, 2018 was a huge ticket. They had the World Cup there, where Shane McMahon, he came in for The Miz, right? Because The Miz got injured and he won the World Cup. But over the years, there have been a lot of notable matches. I mean, what was one of your favorites?
I think one of them you already covered on. Triple H is my favorite of all time. So that DX versus Brothers of Destruction. And then everybody else that kind of ended up getting involved there. That was a lot of fun. If nothing, just for the nostalgia factor.
It's been an evolution. The event's not what it wasn't what it is today, right?
It started almost as
a long way.
It started almost as the Legends display, kind of. Just like seeing, this is everybody that we have. This is all the WWE legends. Watch them perform. To now it's actually more into the premium live event and like actually pushing the storylines and changing the titles, where before it was kind of just a premium live event that almost lived outside of the other WWE premium live events. Now it's weaved more into it. I know that's a good thing.
That's a really good point, because this year's ticket, it's just not as many Hall of Famers and dream matches that we're kind of used to seeing. But that kind of was probably the purpose by the WWE in the beginning, right? Because this was a new market. They needed to give the fans, the spectators, wrestlers that they're familiar with. They needed to come with a punch. And I mean, they did it. But the WWE faced a lot of heat in the beginning there, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So in 2018, when they signed that contract with Saudi, they received a lot of criticism, right? From both social activists, fans, even
the wrestlers
themselves. To start off, the stance on the women participation.
That was huge that first year.
So the first event, there was no women participation. However, Renee Young was the first woman commentator, and I don't think she gets enough credit for pioneering kind of the women's evolution there in Saudi Arabia. She did a really great job both commentating, but also just paying respect. I mean, she went from neck to toe. She was an all black, I believe it was a jumpsuit, but just because just having her there was just kind of controversial between
it was huge.
Both the Saudi Arabian government and the rest of the universe, I guess you can say, the WWE universe there. But even going up to that, they had the Greatest Royal Rumble, which was a great event.
Yes.
But then between then, there was the murder of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi.
Yes.
Right? And that was a pretty...
It was global headlines everywhere.
Right? I mean, that was absolutely insane. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it transcended everything. Everybody knew about it.
So Jamal Khashoggi was kind of known for being a critic of the Saudi government, right? And I think in 2017, I read he chose to self-exile himself to the United States because he did fear for his life.
Right.
Which is absolutely, I mean, right there, that's a red flag, right?
Yes.
And then in 2018, in between the Greatest Royal Rumble and Crown Jewel, he was going into the Saudi Arabian consulate in Turkey because he was going to get the papers to marry his fiance, who was Turkish, right? However, he went in and never came out.
Never came out, except
yeah, go ahead. I mean, there was a lot of rumors that actually initially the Saudi government claimed that he left unharmed. Did you ever hear that?
I remember the story evolving very quickly, and then kind of all the clips coming out, and then everybody else had something to say about it.
It's never been confirmed,
Right.
but the facts have shown that about 2 hours or a couple hours before Khashoggi showed up to the consulate there in Turkey, a private jet sent by the Saudi government with 15 hitmen showed up and went to the consulate, right?
Yes.
When he went inside, they jumped him, they murdered him, and it's been determined that they dismantled him, put him into suitcases
And rolled them out.
And the initial claims that he left unharmed, this is where it gets even more messed up, was that in that 15-person hit group, or you know what I mean? They called it a rogue mission, but one person in there was a body double, and he left in Jamal's clothes.
Sure.
And so that on the security cameras, it showed him leaving, right?
Yeah.
And then there was also footage throughout Turkey of him existing, right? And then they ditched the disguise, kind of washed their hands with it. So that was a huge debate of if the WWE should have even participated in the event, right? So John Cena, I think Daniel Bryan as well, they pretty much made it known that they did not want to be a part of the event, even though John Cena was a part of the greatest Royal Rumble there.
Yes.
And there was a lot of criticism by the media saying, was this a poor business decision, right? Or are we valuing money over people? And the event went off, though, and it went off without a hitch. But that kind of is the gray cloud that hovers over this crown jewel.
Yeah, it's a heck of a way to start off the relationship.
Right.
And then just keep going from there. Since then, they've objectively been successful WWE events. They've been well received, usually very good performances. The heat sometimes plays a factor, but overall, they are premium live events that perform to WWE's high standards.
Absolutely. I mean, even the first event was an exceptional show, right?
Yeah.
But there was still a lot of turmoil even in 2019
Yes.
based on just even the contracts with the wrestlers as well as the contract with the Saudis between the WWE, right? That was when Vince cut the live feed. And 2019 started about 40 minutes late. You don't remember that?
No. What happened?
So Vince cut the live stream to the Saudi government. I believe they were still streaming it to all the people on the platform or the viewers on the platform. And it went down as a technical issue, right? But the rumor was that the Saudis didn't pay Vince for the last couple shows, and it was about $500 million. So
It's expensive.
Vince pulls the live stream. They went into negotiations, and about 40 minutes late, the bet started, right? All the wrestlers were just sitting in the locker room. They didn't know what was going on. And I guess Vince, after the negotiations, went in there and said, hey, the show's going to go on as scheduled. That wasn't just the only drama.
You want more?
That show. No, it was nuts, man.
Holy cow. I thought 2018 was rough.
So rushed from a PR perspective. So your employees are already a little disgruntled, right? This is a big shift for them in their performance. Everybody puts their big boy pants on, they're professionals, and they go on and do the show.
Yep.
After the show, about 200 employees of the WWE got stranded in Saudi. You don't remember that?
Yes.
They blamed it on a plane malfunction. I think one claim said that weighed too much. They had to refuel. Jerry the King Lawler said something down the lines of the part had to get flown in from Germany. How one part doesn't exist in a city of that magnitude, I don't know. But there were some people that got out because they had the private jets, like Vince, Brock, Hogan, Flair. I mean, that left a lot of unhappy employees. I mean,
I bet.
Carl Anderson even tweeted that he's never coming back while he was on there. Roman Reigns got left there. Who else got locked? Luke Harper.
Okay, yeah.
And you mentioned where the SmackDown was. Well, SmackDown was scheduled to be and ironically enough, where I'm from, Buffalo, that day and or that Friday, because I think it was held on a Thursday. Actually,
Yes, they have weird days, weird start times.
Yeah, they had to improvise. Remember, that's when NXT came up. Adam Cole kind of invaded. Yeah, it was nuts, man.
Yeah. So great live events, but always maybe co-shadowed by some of the things that are going outside of the ring. Do you want to get into this year's card? And
Yeah,
see what
let's
we
get
got?
into this year's card. So let's start with Seth frickin' Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, versus Drew McIntyre. What's your opinions on this match? How do you think it's going to unfold?
I think this will be a little bit lackluster. There's no way Seth loses this. I think the last time Drew McIntyre was there, he lost to Big E, right?
Was that when Big E won the championship?
Yeah, when Big E had the
See, there
championship,
was some-
and
I mean, there's always some big matches.
that's a huge match. And then Big E beat him. So
Drew never really got that championship run he deserved.
he did it. He got it in an empty ass stadium.
And he was, I mean, I wasn't on him when he came back. I mean, he was obviously gifted and all of that, but I was kind of on the heel side of him. But yeah, he really deserves a good title run there. But I'm with you. I think Seth retains. This is probably the most scrapbooked match I think I can see on this ticket. Maybe the Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest one.
No,
There's
Cody's entrance alone is going to be like 10 minutes.
Well, Cody deserves to be there, but I'm
Yeah,
just saying, like,
absolutely.
the Seth frickin' Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, the storyline's not really well developed. This kind of just doesn't make sense. You're kind of just putting two very big names, which is the point of the pay-per-view. But I'm with you. I'm going to take Seth frickin' Rollins to retain. So
Absolutely.
then next we have match for the Women's World Championship. That's Rhea Ripley, Zoey Starks, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, who returned here, and then your favorite Raquel Rodriguez there. How do you think that's going to go?
Well, first of all, I think it's just huge that they're having a 5-way with the women, considering they just a few years ago, you just had one announcer, and that was then a big deal. So, if nothing else, I feel really good for the Saudi fans. They've gotten some good shows, and they're getting to see some real good performances in their hometown.
The women's revolution has really, or evolution, has really has evolved in the last 6 years. I mean, from Renee Young being the commentator, Renee Young being the only female commentator and the only female presence, I guess you can say, in the first year. Then in 19, that's when Natalya and Lacey Evans
Yes,
performed as the first women's match.
that was a big deal.
That was a huge deal.
Stephanie McMahon.
And she's the brand manager. She went out and said, hey, in respect to the Saudi government, they were going to wear all black bodysuits, right? But they did sport their individual tees that were sold there. But that was a monumental event. But I mean, it was the stepping stone to allow maybe the match that will take the whole show.
Absolutely.
Then in 2021, that was the triple threat match between Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, and the champion, the man, Sasha.
That's a huge match.
That was huge. I mean,
That's WrestleMania main event caliber.
exactly. I mean, so like they really jumped from 19, I'm sorry, to 21. I guess you had the COVID break there. But the bodysuits did evolve a little bit more. They had a little bit more bedazzle. And then last year, being 2022 with the damage control, that was when Bianca Belair and Bayley had the match. Remember with the last man standing match, Bianca Belair on the golf cart.
Yes.
That was hilarious. And then even that ring attire really evolved to show their personality. Still very conservative.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see.
Yeah, I love to see what they come out with.
gonna
And
come
now
out
next. As far as the match itself, I don't see Rhea Ripley losing it. In fact, I think the entire crew's got to come out, right? Because they don't have matches.
Say that again.
The Judgment Day, right?
Damian Priest is going against.
Damian Priest has one.
So you think?
I think this is almost a match to also show off that group. I'm mentioning they're going to be there, and I don't see anybody else beating her.
So Finn and Dom.
Kind of just stand there ringside, be annoying.
So you're going Rhea. I'm gonna go your girl Raquel Rodriguez.
Really, that would be monumental, and that would be huge. If I had to pick somebody that was going to win it, that's not Rhea, I think it'd be Shayna.
You think Baszler? Really? Out of everybody there, huh? Okay.
I think she's in that okay spot where she could have a big push. They've built it up long enough with kind of Ronda. She's maybe in the background, but just kind of capable of that push. I just don't think it's this week.
Yeah, I'm with you. Actually, did you see that Ronda Rousey's performing?
Where?
Well, she showed up to indie match yesterday to support one of her friends, and she was just a fan, and then it turned into a tag team match. But now she's performing on the Wrangler. Let me look that up real quick. The Wrestling Revolver debut. I'm not even familiar with the Wrestling Revolver, so we're going to have to maybe get somebody on more familiar with
the Wrestling Revolver.
Wrestling Revolver. So former WWE star Ronda Rousey to make Wrestling Revolver debut.
Okay.
And this is going to happen November 16th in Los Angeles.
Okay.
I'm guessing they just pushed the crap out of her, but that's good for her. I'm actually happy to see that the WWE didn't hurt her too bad because she wasn't well received. I would say I don't think she got the reception that she was.
She was not having a good time.
So maybe this kind of revitalizes her because she could come back and still be the Brock Lesnar of the women's.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sure. I mean, she's never going to lose that mystique. But yeah, I think that this is the match where Rhea could lose it and she doesn't lose her credibility. The Judgment Day is so over right now. I think they need a little drama, right? It's kind of just been the bossiness. Maybe the Judgment Day comes in to try to help and they cost her it. I don't know. I think that Rhea needs to lose it and regain it just to kind of keep the storyline going there.
I think Raquel is the one who picks that up.
I do. I think that match between the two of them was unreal.
That was a very good match there.
I don't know if you could start that storyline again. I think she deserves the strap. I think she's the only woman that... Nah, I take that back. There's a couple, obviously, Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax, but she stands toe-to-toe with Rhea. And I think that could be a good feud, but I don't know if you could restart the line. So maybe if she gets it, you get Ripley, Rodriguez too going on there. So yeah, I'm going to take Raquel Rodriguez there.
Okay, I think that's a little bit out there, but that's a bold choice.
All right, so next up we have Roman Reigns versus L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to be a super fun match. L.A. Knight is having the time of his life. He has been pushed over like nobody else, even just at the last SmackDown episode.
Rightfully so, though, right? I mean, he's killing it.
Absolutely. He just caught fire and he's riding it. So good for him. So he's as hot as can be. So there is a believable chance that he could dethrone Roman Reigns. And whenever it happens, it is just going to be insane. And the fact that it's believable, maybe even possible or probable that it happens at Saudi Arabia, it really shows how far this events have come.
I completely agree. LA Knight is so over right now, and his time is pretty much now. He
has to.
Been doing this for so long and really hasn't got this push in his entire career, and he's not getting younger, right? So if LA Knight loses, what do they do with him?
Absolutely.
That's the question. What do you think they do with him if he loses?
There's not much you can do. He's going to go the way of Cody Rhodes almost. Except that I don't know that he's got as much time to make another storyline.
Cody Rhodes needs to complete the story.
He has to. And I think everyone's assuming he's going to. LA Knight doesn't have that certainty.
But which is why Cody Rhodes doesn't need the strap right now, because this story is just going to follow him until either he retires or he gets it, right? So the WWE doesn't need to invest the strap in him at this time. And as a professional, I don't think there's anybody better than Cody Rhodes. And I think he understands that, and that just shows just his integrity and his commitment to, the brand. I mean, growing wrestling.
Yes.
But LA Knight, I think he needs it now.
This would be the perfect time to give it to him.
How do they end the blood? I mean, that's another question. How do they end the bloodline?
The bloodline is just, they've survived everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it would not hurt them at all to lose it, I don't think. Roman Reigns is still believable. He takes his 3, 4, 6 months off. He comes back as believable as ever.
And then you can start a brand new storyline character, if you will. He will no longer have to be the tribal chief, right? Yeah. He could come back as just, I mean, when he came back from leukemia, he was the
wreck everybody and leave. He was playing no games.
He came back. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's been able to evolve, which shows you, which is a good judgment of a elite Hall of Fame wrestler, right? Being able to change and stay interesting. But right now, he's just stale. He's kind of hitting the Rock part-time gimmick where they're like, is he going to show up? Is he even Brock and The Rock? There you go, right? But like kind of both part-timers, and LA Knight needs the win here. And if he doesn't win, I don't think this is going to be like a trilogy contest.
I wouldn't think so.
So they have to dump him to a mid card.
Yeah, to just his own storyline that does not involve the championship. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I would say that Roman Reigns is stale, but I think the time is perfect to give it to LA Knight.
That's fair. I might have misspoke saying stale because I'm a big Roman guy, but
I mean, every time he comes out though, he still gets that reaction. Roman 100%,
100%, and he will. I mean, Brock's gonna get Hulk Hogan, regardless of the controversy, right? Gets the reaction. Ric Flair gets the reaction. I mean, he's in that discussion.
Stratus, yeah, point. Absolutely. Wow, it's amazing. LA Knight 6 months ago, a year ago, probably nobody knew who he was. And now
Max Dupree, right?
And now you're talking about him taking the WWE Championship from Roman Reigns, from the guy right now, over 1,000 days.
So you're gonna take Roman?
This one I will split on.
You got to choose.
If I have to choose, I think it's going to be Roman.
So if I have to choose, I would say it's Roman as well.
But I'll believe it till the end that LA Knight can win it. And I think that's perfectly fine. Actually, I think that'd be the better move.
So if Roman loses, I think it might go down the lines of interference from the Bloodline that could have either intentionally trying to help him or trying to screw him. Because let's say Solo loses to Cena, which we'll discuss, which is very believable, right? Maybe Roman gets upset with Solo, right? Yeah. And then Solo comes in and kind of costs him keep the Bloodline storyline going and allow them to do that without the strap.
Sure. Oh yeah. Main event Jay, Jimmy, all those guys there's a lot of ways this could unfold.
Okay. So then next up, which is Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul for the U.S. Championship.
Oh, this is going to be a fun match. It is going to be a banger, belt to belt. It is going to be an absolutely phenomenal match to watch. I mean, Rey's been doing some things he hasn't done in years. Holy cow. He's been doing things he hasn't done since the 90s.
Those damn stem cells, man.
It's those stem cells. Whatever he's on, I want it. Holy cow. And then Logan Paul is just very entertaining. But I think he's got to take the championship, right?
I'm with you. I mean, Logan Paul has kind of set the WWE by storm since he's come here. I mean, every match has been relatively a high-profile match just because of who he is, but also he's not just going out there to do a job, right? And that's been super impressive. He's all over the place, even outside of the WWE, you know, with the boxing. Logan Paul, this is his second time in Saudi. He lost, was it second or third?
I thought it was his second.
Okay, so he lost to Roman.
Uh-huh.
That's the only one I remember in Saudi. He lost to Roman. I think he can negotiate a win here. This is an easy, believable win against Rey. However, I think this is going to be a very telling match. So we're both taking Logan.
Yes, I think it's going to be a blockbuster match. You're not going to be able to look away.
If Logan Paul beats Rey Mysterio, I think Roman Reigns increases Roman Reigns' opportunity to win. I mean, from a storyline perspective, right? Sure. If Rey Mysterio loses to Logan Paul is going to be the champion, right? And I think that this is a good matchup matchup for LA Knight, right? They're both good on the mic. The fans are going to love him, obviously beating Logan Paul for the strap.
Yes.
And he could have a good run there. I hope they don't do it. I think LA deserves this draft, but I think it's more realistic that Rey loses the championship, LA Knight loses the Roman, and they push that face off. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think that's a very believable one. Next up, our boy Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, versus Damian Priest. Senior Money in the Bank.
All right, so I love the Judgment Day push. I think they could do so much more with them for all of 2024. But this almost feels kind of just like a also included kind of match, even though I'm a huge Cody Rhodes fan and a huge Judgment Day fan.
So you're taking Cody?
I think Cody has to win it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Damian Priest wins it, but then obviously with some shenanigans, or they come out and they actually cost Damian Priest and then just kind of keeps going with the turmoil, which is all good and fun.
Like you kind of said, this kind of felt like a put-together match. So my question is, why did they choose Damian? We know why they chose
Cody Rhodes.
Well, why did they choose Damian Priest?
One, because of the Judgment Day, and two, he's really hot right now. I think he's obviously has the briefcase, but I think it's very realistic. 2024, Damian Priest is a heavyweight champion.
If he successfully cashes in the contract.
Correct.
I'm thinking this might be where he does cash in. I think this is why they put him with Cody Rhodes, because why else could you justify Damian Priest being at the event?
Sure.
Right? So we'll put him against Cody Rhodes. And I think this is where he cashes in on Seth Rollins.
Oh, don't do it, Damian. You're going to get embarrassed.
So he might lose it. Yeah. Or Drew beats Seth and Damian instantly takes it from Drew.
Cashes
Drew
in.
Screwed again.
That'd be a huge thing for the Saudi audience to get.
Exactly.
They've never had anything like this. So I hadn't thought about that, but I love that. I love that for them for this premium live event. Go ahead and give them the cash in. That's going to be one of the more exciting things that exist in WWE. You see someone running down the ramp like crazy with a referee.
Yeah, so
That makes this match more interesting.
Right.
Now I'm more involved in it.
I think Cody wins, Damian cashes in, and that's the only reason Damian. Because I mean, you could have picked even threw Goldberg in here to give the fan, because Goldberg is always looking for a check.
Sure.
But yeah, this Damian Priest spot, I just didn't understand this match, so I was just trying to think outside the box of why they included him.
And then we have Cena, right?
Versus Solo Sikoa.
Yeah. So that's another match that seemed like that was added on, but I think that one fits a little bit more. So, I mean, that could have all kinds of implications, right? For the heavyweight championship, for the storyline within the Bloodline.
The Cena had a good promo the other day, right? So he was acknowledging Roman's streak.
Yes.
And then he said, he gave a day, I think it was like 2002, or he gave it a large number as well.
Right.
And he said, that's how many days I haven't won on television.
Oh, yes.
And right now there is kind of that feud with the Bloodline, right? So it kind of makes sense. But would this have happened without the writer's strike and Cena coming back for the 7 weeks and all of that? Because this is his first event in Saudi since he said it was bad for his brand and he wasn't going to show up. So without the writer's strike, would we have got John Cena is my question.
Probably not, right? Because John Cena's got a lot of things to do. He does love the WWE, and you can make the argument this is something that he should be doing just to kind of roll out his career there. But it's definitely something that he didn't have to do. And if he had other projects, I don't necessarily see him being here.
Right, but even if this was in Germany, for instance, right? I think Cena would make sure he was there because he does have a lot of love and respect for the WWE, you know, what they've done for his career. In 2018, he said he wasn't coming because it was bad for his brand, both from a wrestler because, you know, he's the hustle, loyalty, respect, support our troops figure, but also his brand from selling tickets. I mean, in movies, right? I mean, like that's where he makes his money. It's not from the WWE anymore. So, yeah, I think that this writer's strikes really helped out the Saudi show here. I'm going to take John Cena to win this one.
Oh, yeah, of course. Right? No doubt. He has to get a win. You have to give the Saudi audience a John Cena win.
And then wrapping it up, we have the Women's Championship. Iyo Sky.
There is one more match.
Yeah, there's 5 championship matches in this.
cow.
Yeah, this is gonna be a huge ticket, man. We have Iyo Sky versus Bianca Belair for the women's.
That'll be a good match.
How do you think it pans out, though?
The last time Bianca Belair was there for the
Last year versus Bailey. Last woman standing.
she won, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Bianca, but she can't just win every time she goes.
Well, she lost the 2 years before in the 3-way with Sasha.
That was a little bit different though. That was a 3-way.
Yeah,
you can't go back to back, just dominating.
I guess it comes down to is how much does the WWE believe in Iyo Sky?
Right. I think they will trust her with a run.
I think she's doing a really good job. She's funny. She really fits who she is as a wrestler, right? So you need to appreciate. I mean, obviously everybody can't be Charlotte Flair or a Rhea Ripley, but Iyo Sky has really done a great job kind of solidifying her as her own character, and I think she's really killing it right now.
Yeah. And you're far away enough from WrestleMania where even if something happens that she doesn't pan out the way that you do, you can still pivot. So it's still early enough where you don't necessarily have to commit to your WrestleMania storyline yet. So give her a run and see what she can do.
I mean, she deserves a little bit longer of a run, right? And does Bianca really need this strap right now? I think she's pretty over with or without it.
Yeah, Bianca is going to be believable for the next 10 years.
So I'm going to go Iyo Sky. Who are you taking?
I think Iyo Sky as well.
We agree on the Seth Rollins match.
Yes.
Split decision on the Fatal 5-way. I got Raquel Rodriguez, and you're taking Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
We both agree on Roman. We both agree on Logan. Both agree on Cody, Cena, and Iyo Sky. So the only one we disagree on is the Fatal 5-way, huh? All right.
And it's going to be a great card.
It's going to be a fantastic card. We'll come back on afterwards and review the card. And we allegedly have fellow stable member John going to be joining us for the
yes, John,
review. We're excited to have him.
Absolutely. And then what time does it start again? Because I already forgot. So I know everybody else did too.
12 Eastern, so 11 Central.
11 Central time on a Saturday.
Or is it? Let me confirm that because I don't want to.
Oh, we can't give out bad information.
1 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock Central.
Okay.
So I was just getting everybody there a little early.
Sure. Okay. I'm sure they have a good pre-show.
Knowing them.
All right. So I think that's the card. I think it's going to be a super exciting WWE event. Let us know in the comments if you agree with our picks or if you disagree. Do you think LA Knight takes the title? See you then.
It's a compound, baby.